If you are thinking of buying or selling a home in Florida, you might want to think twice. The Sunshine State's housing market is in trouble, and it could get worse before it gets better. In this video, we will explore the reasons behind the market's decline, the impact on homeowners and renters, and the outlook for the future. Florida is known for its beautiful beaches, warm weather, and diverse culture. It is also one of the most popular destinations for retirees, second home buyers, and tourists. These factors have contributed to the high demand for housing in the state, especially in the coastal areas. However, in recent months, the demand for housing in Florida has been outstripped by the supply. Florida had over 200,000 properties for sale in February 2024. This is the highest level of inventory since 2020, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit the state hard. The surge in listings is partly due to the escalating costs of owning a home in Florida. Property insurance premiums, property taxes, homeowners association fees, and maintenance expenses have all seen significant increases in recent years. These rising costs have made home ownership less affordable and less appealing for many residents, prompting some to sell their homes and relocate to more affordable areas. In fact, areas like South Florida, where prices have soared, homeowners are deciding to cash out their equity to move to more affordable areas. One of the main drivers of the rising costs of homeownership in Florida is the soaring insurance premiums. According to the Insurance Information Institute, the average annual premium for homeowners insurance in Florida was $6,000 in 2023, up 102% from 2021. This is the highest average premium in the country, and 3 times more than the national average of $2,000. The reason for the high insurance costs in Florida is the high risk of natural disasters, such as hurricanes, floods, sinkholes, and wildfires. Florida has been hit by several major storms in the past decade, causing billions of dollars in damages and claims. The most recent major storm was Hurricane Idalia, which hit Florida as a Category 3 hurricane on August 30th. 2023, which caused $3.6 billion in losses and affected millions of homes. The insurance industry has been struggling to cope with the rising claims and losses, resulting in higher premiums, lower coverage, and fewer options for consumers. Many insurers have either left the state, raised their rates, or reduced their exposure by dropping policies or refusing to renew them. Some homeowners have been forced to switch to the state-run insurer of last resort, Citizens Property Insurance, which has also raised its rates and reduced its coverage. The high insurance premiums have a negative impact on the housing market, as they make homeownership less affordable and attractive for buyers. Many Floridians said that insurance costs were a major factor in their decision to buy or sell a home. Some homeowners have decided to sell their homes and relocate to cheaper areas, while some buyers have opted to rent instead of buying. Many homeowners in Florida are facing financial difficulties due to the exorbitant insurance premiums. For example, Rankle's homeowners insurance premium increased by more than $3,000 per year, costing them slightly more than $9,000, and Rebecca Horonxy and her husband, who live in Cooper City, received notice that their insurance premiums would increase by 40%. Some homeowners have been unable to afford their insurance payments, resulting in policy cancellations, lapses, or non-renewals. This puts them at risk of losing their homes in the event of a disaster or defaulting on their mortgages. However, selling a home in Florida is not easy, as the market is saturated with listings and buyers are scarce. Many sellers have to lower their asking prices, accept lower offers, or wait longer to find a buyer. Some sellers have even resorted to paying for the buyer's insurance costs as an incentive to close the deal. The lower home values and equity make it harder for homeowners to refinance their mortgages, take out home equity loans, or sell their homes for a profit. This limits their financial flexibility and options, especially in times of need. One of the segments of the housing market that has been hit the hardest by the insurance crisis is the condo market. Condo sales and prices have plummeted in Florida, especially in the major metro areas, such as Miami, Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville. According to Redfin, in the Jacksonville metro, for instance, the median condo price declined roughly 7% year over year in January. Sales declined 27%, and new listings increased 32%. The story is similar in Miami. where condo prices fell 3%, sales dropped 9%, and new listings rose 27%. The decline in condo sales and prices is partly due to the same factors that affect the overall housing market, such as the high insurance premiums, property taxes, and maintenance fees. However, condos face some additional challenges that make them less appealing to buyers and sellers. One of the challenges is the difficulty of obtaining mortgages for condos. Many condos in Florida are on a secret blacklist maintained by lenders and insurers, which makes them ineligible for financing or insurance. For example, Fannie Mae keeps a confidential list of condominium buildings that the quasi-governmental agency won't support through mortgage purchases. The list included 2,306 properties in October, with approximately 250 of them, or around 11%, located in Miami-Dade and Broward counties, according to Lee Katzman. The blacklist is based on various criteria, such as the age, condition, occupancy, and financial health of the condo building. Some of the criteria are related to the safety and structural integrity of the building, especially after the tragic collapse of the Champlain Towers South condo in Surfside in 2021, which killed 98 people and raised concerns about the quality and regulation of condo construction in Florida. The blacklist is not publicly available, and many condo buyers are unaware of its existence until they apply for a mortgage and get rejected. This can cause frustration, delays, and losses for both buyers and sellers. Some buyers have to resort to cash purchases, which limits their options and reduces their leverage. The difficulty of obtaining mortgages for condos has a negative impact on the condo market, as it reduces the pool of potential buyers, lowers the demand, and lowers the prices. It also affects the overall housing market, as it reduces the affordability and accessibility of housing for many residents, especially first-time buyers, low-income buyers, and retirees. Another challenge is the higher condo association fees, which are required to cover the costs of repairs, maintenance, and reserves for the condo building. Many condo associations have had to increase their fees to cope with the rising insurance costs, as well as the stricter requirements for inspections, repairs, and reserves imposed by lenders and insurers. Some condo owners have seen their fees increase nearly 100%, adding to their financial burden. The high condo fees and low condo values have also discouraged investors from buying condos in Florida, as they reduce the potential return on investment and rental income. Many investors have sold their condos or converted them to rentals, adding to the supply and reducing the demand for condos in the market. As the housing market in Florida becomes less affordable and attractive for buyers, renting becomes a more viable option for many residents. Renting offers more flexibility, lower costs, and less risk than buying, especially in the uncertain and volatile market conditions. Florida's housing market may also face a potential foreclosure crisis in the near future, as many homeowners struggle to keep up with their mortgage payments amidst the rising expenses. According to Atom Data Solutions, Florida had the third highest foreclosure rate in the country in January 2024, with a total of 2,330 foreclosure starts. The foreclosure rate in Florida is expected to rise further as the moratoriums and forbearance programs that were implemented during the pandemic expire or phase out. According to the Mortgage Bankers Association, there are 110,000 homeowners in forbearance in Florida as of February 2024. The expiration of the forbearance programs could lead to a wave of defaults and foreclosures, as many homeowners may not be able to resume their payments or catch up on their missed payments. This could have a devastating effect on the housing market, as it could flood the market with distressed properties, lower the home values, and reduce consumer confidence. Some analysts have drawn parallels between the current situation and the housing bubble of 2008, when Florida was one of the hardest hit states by the subprime mortgage crisis and the subsequent recession. However, there are also some differences that could mitigate the impact of the potential foreclosure crisis. For example, the lending standards are stricter now than they were before the 2008 crash, meaning that fewer borrowers are likely to default. Additionally, the home equity levels are higher now than they were before the 2008 crash, meaning that fewer homeowners are likely to be underwater on their mortgages. The outlook for Florida's housing market is uncertain, as there are both positive and negative factors that could influence the market. The state's population growth, job growth, and attractiveness as a destination for retirees and second home buyers could support the demand for housing. However, the high insurance costs, the low condo sales, the difficulty of obtaining mortgages, and the potential foreclosure crisis could dampen the supply and the affordability of housing. The balance between these factors will determine the fate of the housing market in the next 5 years.